Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. In this series, we are covering the previous year questions of UPSC prelims examination. And today we are going to discuss few questions from modern Indian history. So now let us move and see the topics that we are going to cover for the day. We will understand about Butler Committee, then we will solve a question related to Swadeshi movement, then we are going to understand about Indian freedom struggle, then we will look into a question related to Rayatwadi settlement, and then we will solve a question related to development during British Raj. And these questions are part of the syllabus of the prelims examination that says history of India and Indian national movement. Okay, so now let us take the first question for the day, and this question was asked in the year of 2017. Okay, so this question says the object of the Butler Committee of 1927 was to, okay, they have given four options. Option A, it says define the jurisdiction of the central and provincial government. Option B, define the powers of the Secretary of State for India. Option C, impose censorship on national press. And option D, improve the relationships between the government of India and the Indian states. Okay, so correct answer for this question is option D. Okay, so the Butler Committee was appointed to improve the relationship between the government of India during the British Raj, okay, and the Indian princely states. Okay, now let us see some details related to the Butler Committee of 1927. Okay, so the Butler Committee of 1927 was officially known as Indian States Committee. Okay, it was appointed in 1927 by the British government, and it was chaired by Sir Harcourt Butler, and that's why it was popularly known as Butler Committee. Okay, why was it appointed? It was appointed to investigate and clarify the relationship between the paramount power and the princes of the princely state, and to suggest the ways and means for more satisfactory adjustment of the existing relationships. Okay, so with this, now let us take the next question for the day. Okay, this question was asked in the year of 2010. Now let us read this question. This question says, what was the immediate cause for the launch of the Swadeshi movement? Okay, so they are asking about immediate cause for the launch of Swadeshi movement. Okay, so before we solve this question, let us understand like how the Swadeshi movement unfolded. Okay, so at that point of time, the sentiments of the people were rising high. They were demanding Swaraj. Okay, and Britishers started finding it very difficult to administer the region of Bengal. So the British government has thought that they are going to partition the Bengal so that like on communal basis, so that they can administer those areas separately, and they can curb the national sentiment. Okay, so in like 1905, the British government has partitioned the Bengal into two provinces. The eastern province of Bengal was majorly dominated by the Muslim, and the western province of Bengal was majorly dominated by the Hindus. Okay, so they have partitioned this particular thing, and the partition of Bengal like raised agitation amongst the people. Okay, so people were agitated against the partition of Bengal. So people started launching different movements. So at that point of time, what happened, so people came together and they have passed a resolution, and that particular resolution has led to the culmination of Swadeshi movement. So correct answer for this question is option A, that is partition of Bengal done by Lord Curzon. In this question, we had to find out the cause or reason of launch of Swadeshi movement. So reason was the partition of Bengal that was done by Lord Curzon. Okay, so here what has happened, so the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon has separated the Muslim eastern areas from the largely Hindu dominated western areas. Okay, British government wanted to break away the sentiments related to demands of Swaraj. Okay, so people have launched a boycott resolution on 7th of August 1905, and that led to the proclamation of the Swadeshi movement. Okay, later on, this particular partition of Bengal was annulled. Annulled means cancelled by King George V in Delhi Darbar in 1911. Okay, so with this, now let us move to the next question. Okay, so this question was asked in the year of 2017. Let us take this question. It says, with reference to Indian freedom struggle, consider the following events. Okay, they have given three events to us: mutiny in Royal Indian Navy, Quit India movement, and second round table conference. They are saying what is the correct chronological sequence of the above events. Means chronological sequence means we have to find out the event that has happened first, and the events that have subsequently happened. Okay, so we have to identify the event that has happened first in terms of time, like which one happened first. Okay, so here if we talk about this, the second roundtable conference, it happened during September 1931 to December 1931. Okay, December 1931. And if we talk about Quit India movement, okay, so Quit India movement was launched by Gandhi in 1942. And if we talk about mutiny in Royal Indian Navy, the mutiny happened in 1946. So naturally the third event came first, then came the second event, then came the first event. So 3, 2, 1. This should be the right, chronological order. So let us find which one has. Okay, C is the correct answer. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now let us understand in detail about these, events of Indian freedom struggle. Okay. So one of the event was Royal Indian Navy mutiny. It has happened in February 1946, and in this particular mutiny, what has happened? The non-commissioned officer, they were also known as ratings. Okay, they revolted against the British officers. Okay, but this particular movement came to an end with the intervention of two leaders at that point of time. One of the leader was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and second leader was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Okay, then if we talk about the second event of Indian freedom struggle, this was Quit India movement that was launched in August 1942. It was launched by Mahatma Gandhi, and so he gave a slogan, do or die. And also he instructed the masses that they should protest non-violently, means like they should not adopt any violent means while protesting. Okay, the third event that was asked in this question is about second roundtable conference. Okay, so the second roundtable conference happened between September 1931 and December 1931. So under this particular second roundtable conference, the Mahatma Gandhi represented the Indian National Congress. Okay, and Congress participated only in the second roundtable conference. You might be knowing that three roundtable conferences happened: the first roundtable conference, the second roundtable conference, and the third roundtable conference. The Indian National Congress had participated only in the second roundtable conference. Okay, so that's why correct answer for this question is option C. It was asked in the year of 2017. Okay, now let us take the next question for the day. This question was asked in the year of 2012. Let us read this question. The question says, with reference to Rayatwadi settlement, consider the following statements. Okay, they have given three statements related to Rayatwadi settlement, and they are asking what is the correct answer. We have to identify the correct statements from these statements. Okay, first of all, we need to understand who are ryots. Okay, ryots are the peasants or cultivators. Okay, ryots are peasants slash they are cultivators. Okay, they are cultivators. Okay, so there were many land reform movements by the British government. One of them was permanent settlement system. Then another one was Mahalwari, system. And third one was Rayatwadi settlement. Okay. So in the Rayatwadi settlement, the settlement happened directly between the British government and the peasants or cultivators. Okay. So let us understand these statements, and we will find out the right answer. Okay. So first statement says, the rent was paid directly by the peasants to the government. Yes, here the rent was directly paid by the peasants to the government. The government gave pattas to the ryots. Yes, government has given pattas to the ryots. Patta means government has recognized that a particular ryot is cultivating this much field. Okay, so government was, getting land revenue only on that part of the land on which the ryot was cultivating. Okay, and the third statement says the lands were surveyed and assessed before being taxed. Yes, this is right. And government has adopted this particular strategy because in earlier land revenue settlements, this was something that was missing to some extent or greater extent. Okay, so government started assessing and surveying the land before taxing. Okay, so all these statements are correct. It means option C is the right answer. Okay, so here, under the Rayatwadi settlement, the peasants were given the proprietorship right over the land in which they cultivated. Okay, so government directly collected the land revenue from the ryots, and peasants were assigned pattas. Pattas means peasants were recognized as the proprietors of the land through a piece of paper, and the lands were surveyed and assessed before being taxed. Okay, now let us take the next question for the day. This question says, in India, the first municipal corporation was set up in which of the following? Okay, so the first, municipal corporation was set up in Madras, okay, in India. So Calcutta, Bombay, they surfaced later. Okay, so this question was asked in the year of 2009. Okay, correct answer for this question is option B. Okay, so with this, we have come to an end of today's discussion. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you so much. Welcome to Luqman IAS, the Public Administration Foundation. Live online classes are as effective as offline classes. Study Public Administration optional under the guidance of S. Ansari, the one who has taken this optional to a new height. Since 2011, Luqman IAS students have maintained the records of securing the highest marks in this optional. Go through the course features of Public Administration Foundation for 2021. Live classes are similar to offline classes in terms of the concept building, the interaction and addressing of students' queries, and the dictation of notes. There will be elaborate discussions on concepts, theories, and principles, linking them with contemporary and current developments. In the live classes, notes are properly dictated the way it is done in offline classes. In fact, it is one USP of S. Ansari sir's classes. Optional is like a religion. You have to study it with a discipline and dedication under a guru. Most students get good ranks due to ethics, essay, and optional, for which one does not have a better choice than Luqman IAS. So, contact us today for more information.